With MVP level service in all-star employees for your roster. Visit IronPigs.com to learn more about how allies can help knock your business goals out of the park.
On a beautiful Tuesday morning here in Allentown, Pennsylvania, we're at Coca-Cola Park where it is time for Lehigh Valley IronPigs baseball. Hi everybody, Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth as the IronPigs and the Columbus Clippers kick off their 6-game series here this morning. IronPigs looking to continue their winning ways of late, 6-6 here in the second half, taking 4 of 6 from Rochester, second best team in the IL in the first half. Pigs returning home to take on their final IL West opponent of the season here at Coca-Cola Park. From this point forward, nobody else will be making the trek from the great beyond in the great West as the Columbus Clippers come to town for a second straight season. Clippers at 7-5, 48-38 overall, while the Pigs 6-6 in the second half, 41-46 on the season. Best starting pitcher of late for the Pigs, Brian Keller, gets the ball today for the IronPigs. He has thrown 10 consecutive scoreless innings. The only thing that could stop him last week was Mother Nature, and here today, looks like the forecast is clear the rest of the day, so Brian Keller, he might not be able to be stopped. He gets the ball for the IronPigs, and this is how the defense will take shape behind him. It's Felix Reyes in left field, Stuart Baroa will be in center, Ryan De La Cruz in right, Christian Kairos at third base, Dylan Moore is the shortstop, Robert Moore at second base, Keaton Anthony is at first, and Peyton Henry catches for Brian Keller. Keller, 6'3", 210-pound righty, now 32 years old, beg your pardon, out of Germantown, Wisconsin. Will work from the first base side of the rubber, so you will have a predominantly left-handed hitting lineup today for Columbus. 8 of the 9 hitters for the Clippers, either left-handed or switch hitters. The only righty in the lineup is the 8-hole DH, Cody Huff. So Petey Halpin from the left side digs into the first pitch from Brian Keller, swung on and blasted out to deep center. Baroa backing up towards the track will settle up and make the catch. First pitch of the game is hit hard, but it's a fly out to center field. 1 pitch, 1 out. First pitch at 11:37, a very brisk 70 degrees here at first pitch. A little bit of breeze coming in from left, overcast skies for the moment as it's basically been raining across the Mid-Atlantic and the Lehigh Valley for the past 48 hours. 1 out, nobody on. Brings up the 2-hole hitter Angel Hinao, and the third baseman takes a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. So fly out to center for Halpin. Brings up the switch hitter. Hinao hitting 290, 6 homers, he's driven in 26. 0-1, slashed down the third base side, foul. 0-2. Keller was unbelievably efficient his last time out against Rochester. He had gotten through 4 innings, facing just 1 over the minimum. Gave up only 1 hit, 5 strikeouts on 44 pitches. First base side, he winds and deals 0-2. Misses up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He now one of the top prospects in the Guardian system. This is a pretty loaded Columbus roster, a very young roster, at least on the hitting side. 1-2, swing and a miss. Pitch up, got him late on it. He now down on strikes, and Brian Keller picking up right where he left off last week. 2 up, 2 down, has barely taken any pitches here, just 5 pitches here for the first 2 outs. Keller comes into the day 0-1 with a 2.59 ERA. I think you can say at this point he's fully past the injuries that had held him off the field over the past 3 seasons. Multiple surgeries. First pitch home to Juan Brito. It's a fastball that is in for a strike. 2 outs, nobody on for Brito. Switch hitter batting left. Second baseman for the Clippers. Brito hitting 240 on the season, 6 homers, he's driven in 38. 0-1, fastball's up and in, 1 ball and 1 strike. Keller will be predominantly fastball, 4-seam fastballs used 48% of the time, cutter at 22, slider 15, sinker 14, and a very rarely used curveball. 2 outs, bases clear. Keller, with his chest facing towards third, steps into his wind from the first base side, down the slope, and Brito, a soft ground ball the other way towards short. Third baseman Cairo will cut it off. Throw over to first in time to get Juan Brito. That's 3 up, 3 down for Brian Keller here to begin this ball game. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Clippers nothing, and the Iron Pigs coming to bat here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Congratulations to the Brand family. Your Canadian Florida leader, the in-house winner. Florida local club experts are available 24/7. Getting the lady plumbing or rating. Being what's called. If water or sewer damage strikes you out, their cleaning services can restore your home back to normal. Call Florida Wayne Team for fast, local plumbing service. Fans, look to the video board for today's defensive alignment for the Clippers. Presented by the Historic Hotel Bethlehem.
Bottom of the first, it's the Columbus Clippers nothing, and the Iron Pigs coming to bat against Trenton Denholm on the mound. For the Clippers, Denholm makes the start for Columbus, his 8th start, 17th appearance overall. He's 8-2 with a 4.21 ERA this season. He gets the ball for Columbus, and this is the lineup that he'll face for the Pigs. Brought to you by PSECU. PSECU remembers, achieve more. It'll be Dylan Moore, Felix Reyes, and Brian Daly Cruz, your top 3. Then Keaton Anthony, Otto Kemp, and Christian Cairo, 4, 5, and 6. Peyton Henry, Stuart Baroa, and Robert Moore, 7, 8, and 9. Moore through Henry, that's 1 through 7, all right-handed, and then Baroa and Moore, 8 and 9, both switch hitters. Denholm, working from the third base side of the mound, steps into his windup. His first pitch of the game is a called strike on the inside corner to Dylan Moore, and we're underway here in the bottom of the first. Clippers went down in order. See if the Pigs can get the first base runner of the game here. Denholm, 5'11", 200-pound righty. His 0-1, Moore swings, line drive left field. That's going to drop in front of C.J. Kafis in left, and Dylan Moore begins the Iron Pigs half of the first with a base hit. Nice start for the Pigs. Moore, who has been heating up of late. Really good series for him in Rochester. A couple multi-hit games, finished a triple shot rate. Homer shy of the cycle one night. Last week in Rochester, he was 6 for 16, 3 doubles and a triple. Brings up Felix Reyes. Denholm, his last time out, was a bit of an emergency starter. Red glove side of the belt. Moore leads at first. First pitch to Felix, a fastball that's inside on him. So it was supposed to be Justin Campbell that day, but he was injured during warm-ups back on July the 1st against Louisville. Denholm able to pick up the slack, though, ended up covering 6 innings, giving up just 3 runs in total. Moore leads at first. 1-0 to Reyes. Felix takes fastball on the outer half. 1 ball, 1 strike. It was actually the first start for Denholm since the end of April. He'd moved into a bulk, long relief role for the Clippers out of the bullpen, which had been unbelievably successful for him. Infield to the pull side, second baseman Brito up the middle, a throw over to first, and Moore is back. Defensively for Columbus, it's C.J. Kafis in left, Petey Halpin in center, George Valera in right. Angel Hinals at third base, Milan Tolentino the shortstop, Juan Brito at second base, Ralphie Velasquez at first, and Bo Naylor catches. 1-1 on Felix. Here's the pitch. Felix swings and lines it back up over the screen and into the sweets. One and 2 on Felix Reyes. Felix, big hit on Sunday, game-tying RBI single in the 8th. 58th RBI of the season. That leads the Iron Pigs. The 1-2. Breaking ball hitting the air towards center, and a step is helping. Now he'll retreat back. 2 more, makes the catch. Already stationed towards right center, barely had to move for that one, and Felix is the first out for the IronPigs. 1 out and a man at first for Brian De La Cruz. De La Cruz added to the 40-man roster over the weekend, exercised an opt-out clause in his contract and kind of forced the Phillies' hand. If you read between the lines and the tea leaves a little bit as to why the Phillies elected to add De La Cruz to the 40-man, you know, De La Cruz has been playing really well. He had an OPS over 1,000 in June, hit .333 for the month. First pitch, it's outside to De La Cruz. Moore's taken off for second. The throw from Naylor is late. Stolen base for Dylan Moore. 10th stolen base of the season, and he's in scoring position with De La Cruz ahead in the counts. 1 ball and no strikes. But for the Phillies, losing De La Cruz will be far more painful than even keeping him is, you know, an added bonus. 1-0 pitch. De La Cruz laid on the fastball at 93. Swings and misses 1-1. Because if you let De La Cruz walk, trying to find a somewhat major league ready right-handed hitting outfielder at the moment, they are in scarce quantity. Throw back to second. Moore dives in. Brito with the pick play. Denholm spinning and firing. So it's kind of, Phillies were in a spot where it's, you know, 1 in the hand's worth more than 2 in the bush. Bryant hitting .254 for the Pigs, the 1-1. Fastball can't get the call, up and away at the belt. De La Cruz pinch hit on Sunday in the 9th inning, hit for Rene Pinto. Ended up walking, part of that 2-run rally in the 9th. Moore out at second, 1 out. Bottom of the first, scoreless for the moment. The 2-1, De La Cruz swings, lifts a sky-high fly ball. Shallow center, Halpin comes gracefully in, now sprinting to the spot. Make the catch easily. De La Cruz the 2nd out of the first, brings up Keaton Anthony. Here for the morning game, the IronPigs wear their typical Friday uniforms, the Friday creams, but like the Phillies do for day games, weekday at home, IronPigs kind of following suit, the same cream color here for the day game on Tuesday instead of their home whites. Columbus wears their navy blue alternate top, gray pants. First pitch on the way to Keaton Anthony is a breaking ball that is down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Denholm, a 14th round pick of the Guardians in 2021 out of UC Irvine. 4-pitch mix, fastball, changeup, cutter, and curveball. 1-0 coming. Anthony takes, changeup down low, ball 2. Keaton in the cleanup spot for the IronPigs, hitting .272. He's got 4 homers and driven in 20. Dylan Moore out at second. IronPigs trying to break the ice here in the bottom of the first. Denholm from the belt, takes a peek back at second. 2-0 pitch. Anthony swings, line drive over the leaping he now at third and down the left field line. It'll go all the way to the corner. Moore comes in to score. Anthony on his way into second. He'll stop there with an RBI double, and the Pigs kick off the homestand with a run in the first. They lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Keaton sitting on a 2-0 fastball, actually got a middle changeup. He was so out in front of it, but kept the hands back just enough. Off the end of the bat, hooked it over the leaping he now at third. Almost rose to the occasion to get it. It's an RBI double for Keaton, his 5th double, 21st RBI. Pigs on the board early, 1-0. And Otto Kemp will hit with a man at second and 2 outs. First pitch on the way to Otto's a fastball up and away. Denholm has never seen the IronPigs before, although a couple of Pigs have seen Denholm coming through the minors when he was with Akron. AA member of the Eastern League, playing against Reading. 1-0 pitch. Otto takes a knee-high fastball. Ball and strike. Otto hitting .225. He's got 8 homers, driven in 30. One ball, 1 strike. Outfield shades the other way on Kemp. Shallow in center and right, but deep in left. 1-1. Otto swings through a curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Denholm pitched exclusively in relief May and June. but he was working as a bulk man, was working, covering multiple innings. Each outing came on starter's rest. 1-2, swing and a miss. Fastball up and away, gets kept swinging, and the inning over. But the Pigs on the board first. Kean Anthony, an RBI double. We go to the second. It's 1-0 Iron Pigs here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Top of the second, Iron Pigs and Clippers. After one, Iron Pigs lead 1-0. Be 4, 5, and 6 for Columbus. Ralphie Velasquez, Bo Naylor, and CJ Kafis. Brian Keller, a 1-2-3 first. Early support from Kean Anthony, an RBI two-out double in the bottom of the first. So Keller now 11 consecutive scoreless innings here. Faces Velasquez, left-handed hitter, first baseman, swings the first pitch and fouls it back. Velasquez, one of the top prospects in the Guardian system. Cleveland has been thrown into a bit of tumult and turmoil the past couple of weeks, thanks to some injuries to some key players. 0-1 from Keller. Velasquez takes a cutter. It's up and away. Jose Ramirez still in the IL for Columbus. Angel Martinez. Chase DeLauder was hurt. He's back. 1-1. Velasquez takes outside. 2 balls and a strike. But that has forced Cleveland to call up quite a few of their top prospects. Travis Bazzana being one of them. Cooper Engel, recalled recently, he has struggled a good bit. 2-1. Velasquez swings for the fastball. 2-2. Ralphie Velasquez, first-round pick of the Guards out of Huntington Beach High School, 23rd overall back in 2023. With Columbus, he's now hitting .273. He's got 3 homers and driven in 12. 2-2, called strike 3. Fastball at the knees, gets him looking. Keller 4 up and 4 down to begin today's action. One out, nobody on for Bo Naylor. Naylor, not one of the prospects here for Columbus, although once upon a time he was one. First round pick, Cleveland, 29th overall out of high school in Canada. Had been one of their catchers, left-handed hitter, takes outside, 1 ball, no strikes, but struggled this year. Guardians able to trade for Patrick Bailey from the San Francisco Giants. 1-0 pitch. Naylor takes a cutter. Had the knees, 1 ball, 1 strike. Naylor with Columbus now hitting .208, 4 homers, and he's driven in 14. Still only 26. Naylor, one of the brothers of the Naylor baseball family. 1-1, late on the heater, swings and misses, 1-2. Josh Naylor, his brother with the Seattle Mariners. 1-2 on Bo Naylor. Keller looking for back-to-back strikeouts here to begin the second inning. Winds and deals. Naylor fouls it back. One out, nobody on. Here in the top of the first, top of the second, beg your pardon. 1-0 Iron Pigs. Brian Keller, tan glove, toes the first base side of the rubber with his right foot, winds and delivers. Naylor lifts a fly ball out to center field, not too deep. Baroa will come in a couple of steps, now racing in, makes the catch. Seems like the wind's coming in pretty strong from left and from center as well. The flag in center field's, breezily moving a little bit in, but I think up above in the clouds, we got a little bit more action up there. Two outs, nobody on for CJ Cathis. Takes off the plate, 1 ball, no strikes. Cathis, another one of the prospects that the Guardians tried up at the major league level, ended up sending him back, hitting .241 with Columbus now, 2 homers, he's driven in 21. 1-0 pitch. Cathis lifts a pop-up down the third base side, slicing and into the seats. Ball to strike on CJ Cathis. Brian Keller 5 up and 5 down. Begin this ball game. Infield will swing around to the right side for the left-handed hitter. Tyro off the line at third base. Shortstop Moore right behind the bag. Pitch home. It's lined down the right field side and into the netting. Keller heading the count again. 1-2. It's one thing that Keller did phenomenally well last week against Rochester. Not just the quick outs of Red Wings hitters, but when at-bats would go a little bit longer, he was consistently ahead in the counts. So head on Cathis here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gets his sign from Henry. The 1-2. Cathis fouls it straight back. Still 1-2 on CJ Cathis. Keller trying to retire his 6th straight to begin the ball game. Long look in to Henry. And the 1-2 again. Cathis fouls away another. Still 1-2 on Cathis. 6th pitch of the at-bat coming up here. Long snap down of the day so far for Keller. 24th pitch of the game in total, and he can't even get the pitch off. Pitch clock violation. Macon Hammond, our home plate umpire, alerts us to it, and that'll run the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. Down and in, across the shoot tops Cathis, and Keller has his first full count of the game. Three-two. Called strike 3. Keller rips off a dandy of a cutter outside corner at the knees, gets Cathis looking, and the inning over. So the Iron Pigs have Keller 6 up and 6 down to begin the ball game. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still 1-0 Iron Pigs here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. we go. The bottom of the second. IronPigs leading the Columbus Clippers 1-0. Sam Jelnick with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. It'll be Christian Cairo to lead things off here in the second. Cairo facing off against his old organization, the only organization he had ever known. First pitch from Denholm to Cairo's a breaking ball on the inside corner. Actually, that's a bit of a lie. Cairo did spend about half of spring training with the Atlanta Braves when he was a Rule 5 pick. But otherwise, Cleveland Guardians organization is the only one that Cairo had ever played for. 0-1, he hits a one-hopper over to third. He now playing it on the grass, picks it. Enough time to throw across the diamond to get Cairo one away here to begin the second inning. So Denholm allowed 2 hits in a run in first, gets the leadoff man here in the second. Brings up Peyton Henry. Got a nice little ovation for Peyton making his return home to the IronPigs. He spent all of last year with the IronPigs, one of their 2 backstops primarily with Garrett Stubbs. Right-handed hitter, open stance. The wind to the pitch from Denholm. Sinker misses inside on him. Peyton, between his 1 game with the Pigs and the rest with Scranton Wilkes-Barre, hitting .231, 4 homers, and he's driven in 14. Right-handed hitter, open stance, 1-0 pitch. Henry fouls it straight back. Peyton made his return to the Pigs on Sunday after being signed earlier that day. He was 2 for 4, scored a run. Base is empty, 1 out. Bottom 2, IronPigs up 1-0 early. Denholm, third base side, rocks and delivers. Henry breaks his bat on a jam shot back behind the mound, off the bump. Denholm over the shoulder, makes the catch. PFPs for days, Trenton Denholm, not too shabby. That's not an easy play to make as a pitcher because you're having to go down the back side of the mound, which that's a tricky slope to navigate. He had his head up the entire time looking at the baseball, not looking at where his feet were. So he makes the play himself. Not to say pitchers are unathletic, but I think if you took a random assortment of 10 pitchers, there's a 20% or 2 out of those 10 probably trip and fall going down the backside of the mound. First pitch to Stuart Baroa. He swings and misses, then dances out of the box, flipping the bat to himself. Late on the fastball, 0-1. 2 up, 2 down for Denholm. Baroa, 8-hole hitter, hitting .250. He's got 4 homers, and he's driven in 29. Infield to the pull side for the lefty. The 0-1 inside corner, 0-2. Denholm comes into the day, 68 in the third innings, just 17 walks, 69 strikeouts, 70 hits. Sole pitch to a good amount of contact. He's only given up 9 homers. He has hit 4 batters. 0-2 on Stuart Baroa, with Denholm looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. The pitch, fouled back. Count remains at 0-2. Outfield towards the pole side for Baroa. Kafis in left to stay straight away. 0-2. Baroa swings and misses. Changeup, foul tip held on to by Naylor, and the inning over. So the Pigs down in order for the first time today, and we go to the third. It's 1-0 IronPigs here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Please join us in honoring Pennsylvania Army National Guard Corporal Joshua Brzezinski. Please join us in a round of applause for Pennsylvania Army National Guard Corporal Joshua Brzezinski.
Thank you, Jack. Like you said, Iron Pigs up 1-0. RBI double for Keaton Anthony in the first, giving the Pigs the early advantage. Unable to score in the second, which it brought to mind the fact that the Phillies yesterday, day game, getaway day against the Royals, lost 15-1. The Royals scored in each and every turn at bat. So the Pigs unable to do that today. And it's only the second time in franchise history the Phillies have had that happen to them. First pitch on the way to George Valera. Swings and misses. 0-1. While Brian Keller on the other end of things for the Iron Pigs is stringing together 0 after 0. 12 consecutive scoreless innings here now for Keller after 2 to open today's ball game. The 0-1. Valera flies it down the left field side, slicing into the seats. Throng of waiting camp kids will jump on it. 0-2 on Valera. 7, 8, and 9 due up for Clippers. Valera hitting .259. He's got 4 homers and driven in 27. Open stance from the left side. 0-2. This is up and away with the fastball. 1-2. Keller by stuff doesn't really jump off the page. Fastball sit 91 to 93. Cutters in the high 80s. Good slider. Rarely used curveball. 1-2. Called strike 3, inside corner, and that is a third backwards K today for Brian Keller. Fourth strikeout in total for Brian, but there's just something about the way the ball comes out of his hand, the extension he generates, that hitters just do not seem very comfortable with. 1 out, nobody on for Cody Huff. Only right-handed hitter in the lineup today for Columbus. DH, Keller winds and deals and throws a fastball down the middle. No balls and a strike. Huff, 10 homers, driven in 48, hitting .273 on the season. Outfield straight away, infield defense straight up. 0-1, sinker runs down and in on him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Iron Pigs 6-6 here to begin the second half. Big part of that, being at 500 right now, is the strength of their starting pitching of late. 1-1, cut on and missed. Left a cutter up, Huff can't connect. It's 1-2. Most outings of late for the Pigs starting staff, covering 5 innings or more. Keller, Andrew Painter, Tucker Davidson, all throwing the ball very well of late. Davidson a pair of wins last week. Painter 6 innings, 1-run ball on Saturday night. 1-2. Huff, a ground ball off the third base bag, and down the line it goes. Will scoot all the way towards the corner. Reyes cuts it off. He's not going to have a play anywhere. Throws it into third base. Huff with the first hit and base runner of the day for the Clippers. It's a double. It kicks off the third base bag. So a runner at second base, 1 out. Brings up Milan Tolentino. Tolentino, the 9-hole hitter, snaps a streak of 7 in a row sat down by Keller to begin today's game. Keller finished his outing against Rochester that was cut short by rain by retiring the final 10 he faced. First pitch to Tolentino, misses up and away. 1 ball, no strike. So he had retired 17 straight by the time that Huff doubled here in the third inning. Iron Pigs lead 1-0. Tying run at second for the Clippers. Tolentino hitting .248. He's got 10 homers and driven in 45. Open stance from the left side. Huff leads from second. 1-0. It's fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the order, Petey Halpin on deck. Dylan Moore at short, shadowing the runner Huff. Keller working from the stretch for the first time. Hands together at the chest. Looks back at second, kicks the knee, delivers home. Tolentino golfs it high in the air, deep right center. Baroa chasing back towards the track. He'll settle up, make the catch. Tanking from second, going to third, Huff. Baroa will hit the cutoff man as Huff takes third without a play. And the Clippers with the tying run 90 feet away now, albeit with 2 outs here in the third. Second time today that Clippers have hit the ball pretty hard out towards center field, and both times the ball has died a good bit. again, we reiterate the flag in center doesn't seem like it's billowing in too strongly, but must be up above. A little bit of jet stream coming in, knocking the ball down. P.D. Halpin, one of the guys who did fly out to deep center first time up. First pitch of the game, in fact. First pitch, Keller misses way high. Kind of lost his footing way down the mound there. Keller protecting a 1-0 lead here in the third. Has Huff at third base. Halpin, left-handed hitter. Hitting .266, 5 homers and 25 RBIs at the start of the day. 1-0 pitch. Cutters up high. Ball 2. Angel Hinau's on deck. He struck out his first time up. Cairo even with the bag at third, just behind the grass. Moore up the middle at short. And Robert Moore at second base playing towards the hole on the right side. 2-0 on Halpin. The pitch home. Swing to miss. Sinker off the plate. Halpin caught chasing a little bit. Haven't been too many hitters counts today for Columbus, so don't really blame Halpin for finally getting himself into one and seeing fastball of the hand and letting it rip. Huff down the line at third, 2-1. Halpin fouls it straight back. That sinker was in the zone. Pretty good one to hit. About knee-high outer half. Two and two on P.D. Halpin. 4 strikeouts today for Keller. 1 to begin the third, trying to find another here to end the third. 2-2. Halpin off the hands, pops it up behind the plate and into the seats. Four strikeouts for Keller, 3 of them come looking. It's mostly stayed away to Halpin here. Wonder if maybe I'll think about trying to run a sinker back to the inside edge. Cutter down and in towards the back foot. 2-2 on P.D. Halpin. 2 away in the third, tying run at third. The pitch home, cut on and missed. Cutter up and away, Halpin swings through it, and Keller with his 5th strikeout of the game already strands the tying run at third base. We go bottom 3, still 1-0 Iron Pigs here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
All right, so we're down here on the first base side. We have our three contestants here for the big car race today. We have James that is going to be right here over to my far side in the yellow costume. We have Jacob over here in the green, and in the red is going to be Evan. So they're going to have to race all the way across to the base side of the field, and whoever makes it at first wins. Are you guys ready? All right, 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we're going to start. Both of them pretty much on your top right now. Oh, man, Jacob's off for the races. It's gone. Jacob with an easy win. How about that? Chase knocks the ball behind and finishing it off. Wow, what a race. Congratulations to Jacob. Representing the blue car out here today in our Kids Car Race.
The Kids Car Race, presented by IDF Energy. Reimagining the future of energy. Leading off, we are IronPigs. Second baseman, number 4, Robert Moore.
Bottom of the third, Iron Pigs leading the Columbus Clippers 1-0. 9-1-2 to up for the Pigs here against Trenton Denholm. Robert Moore leading things off, switch hitter batting left, and the first pitch from Denholm is a curveball that's outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Denholm first time through the order, first 8 at least. He's given up 1 run on 2 hits. Only base runners so far today for the Pigs. Moore hitting .242, 1-0. Chops it up the first base side. That's a foul ball. Moore, and Reyes here in third. Robert, Dylan, and then Felix. Robert Moore, good week in Rochester, the game-winning two-run single in the 9th inning Sunday. Moore 7 homers, driven in 29, 242 average. Infield to the pull side, the 1-1, checks his swing, change up down, he lays off. Two balls and strike on Robert Moore. Kick in the pitch. Moore swings, lifts it in the air out to center. Wind will knock this one down heavily. Halpin started back, now actually camps at the spot. Makes the catch, and Moore is the first casualty here in the third. Back at the top of the order for Dylan Moore. I mentioned earlier, Denholm has done a bulk of his pitching this season actually in bulk relief. May and June always came in as a reliever. Did have starters rest, averaged just about 60 pitches. But during that time, he was absolutely electric out of the bullpen. First pitch to Dylan Moore is swung on and fouled back over the screen and into the seats. No balls, 1 strike. Denholm was 7-0 out of the bullpen with a 1.95 ERA, 9 games total, 32 1/3 innings, 35 strikeouts, and only 5 walks. Third base side, the ready works, winds, and delivers. Fastball at the knees, outside corner. It's 0-2. The psyche of why a guy, especially doing the same thing as starting, as far as pitching on the same amount of rest, coming into clean innings. 0-2. Moore takes, change up. It's down below the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Why the psyche can be so different for a guy is a fascinating case study. You know, I can imagine it as far as being a true reliever versus being a true starter, why sometimes that works. Pitch home, Moore off the hands, pops it up. Foul ground behind the plate, Naylor giving chase, but he's going to run out of room. It's into the home plate suites. There was a conversation earlier this year, big league level, with Brian Bayo for the Boston Red Sox, who just for some reason was atrocious in the first. But if you had an opener in front of him, his first inning coming out of the bullpen was all right. So why for some guys that, you know, starting just creates anxiety or just doesn't work as well for them? 1-2, swing and a miss. Fastball up, Moore chases. He's down on strikes. Third punch out of the day for Denholm. 2 outs, the base is empty for Felix Reyes. In theory, having an opener ahead of you just allows a starting pitcher not to have to face the minimum top 3 in the order at least 1 fewer time. 2 outs, base is clear. Pigs up 1-0 in the third, and the first pitch to Felix Reyes is a curveball up and in on him. 1 ball, no strikes. But if you come on in relief later in the game, still cover your innings, and still face that top part of the order again, but the results are drastically different, I can't really put my finger on as to why things are so drastically different. 1-0 is fouled back into the seats. 1-1 on Felix. Now you have a guy like Alan Ronhell for the IronPigs and the Phillies who kind of does both of those roles, pitching out of the pen, sometimes starting, and doesn't really seem to affect him either way. 1-1, change up, down the dirt. Ball 2. Denholm set down the sided order in the second, as he's now retired 6 straight. 2 outs, base is clear here for Felix. 1-0 IronPigs, bottom 3. 2-1, Reyes swings, line drive, but it's foul. Down the third base side, out front. Two and 2 on Felix Reyes. Naylor sets up down and away. Denholm a glance off to the third base side, now kicks and deals. Reyes swings and fouls it back up into the suites. Really good crowd here for a Tuesday morning into the afternoon camp day. Coca-Cola Park, a bunch of camps in attendance, a bunch of kids out from school, out at summer camp, and right back out at the ballpark. 2-2. Reyes fouls another one off, up above our heads in the press box. It'll carry him back down. Weather's turned out beautifully for them, given the flash flood warnings we were in for past couple of days. Rain earlier this morning, took the tarp off, and now it's just calm, cool. Probably one of the coolest days that we've actually had in a couple of weeks. 2-2 still on Reyes. 7th pitch, the at-bat. Coming up next, Denholm delivers, swing and a miss. Curveball down the dirt, Reyes chases, he's down on strikes, and the inning over. Denholm's retired 7 straight as we go to the 4th. It's 1-0 IronPigs here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Top of the 4th, IronPigs leading the Columbus Clippers 1-0. It's time for the RAV 4th inning, brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Pigs. 2, 3, and 4 due up for Columbus against Brian Keller. Keller so far has allowed just 1 base runner, nearly in the identical same spot that he was in last week against Rochester. First pitch to Angel Hinao. It's outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Keller threw 4 scoreless last week against Rochester, retiring the final 10 he faced. Only allowed 1 hit, a single to Yohandy Morales. 1-0 to Hinao. He slugs into the air, deep left center field. Baroa racing back to the track in front of the wall. He's got his sights on it and makes the catch. So again, the wind coming in from center kills another baseball for Columbus. He now hit that on the screws. 105 miles an hour off the bat, but he lines out to deep left center. And Stuart Baroa busy today out in center field. That is his 4th putout of the game already. So far today, as far as outs are concerned for Keller, he's gotten 4 air outs to center field, 5 strikeouts, and 1 ground out. 1 out, base is empty. Juan Brito next. Keller with fastball on the inside corner, no balls and 1 strike. Keller 4 scoreless last week in Rochester, and then in the top of the 5th, the skies opened up and there was a deluge of rain that ended up suspending the game. 0-1, Brito a weak tapper just to the right of the mound. Keller off the bump, able to knock it down with the glove, and then glove flips it over to first very nonchalantly to retire Brito. Quickly 2 outs here in the 4th. The way that Keller was able to be very calm after knocking that baseball down is just a testament to his demeanor right now. He is just locked in. Nothing is phasing him on the mound. He is just simply pitching, just playing baseball. 2 outs, nobody on for Ralphie Velasquez. Struck out Wilkins first time up. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 4th. Keller right now at 46 pitches. Winds and deals. Velasquez swings. Lifts a fly ball out to left. Not too deep, actually a little shallow towards the line. In comes Reyes over to his right. He'll make the catch. Velasquez retired, and it's a 5-pitch 4th inning for Brian Keller as he sets the side down in order. We go bottom 4. It's 1-0 IronPigs here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Through 3 minutes, the IronPigs have scored 1 run in today's game, bringing the total to 9,000. Who knows? What was the best either among the leaders? United Way of the Lehigh Valley. Turning your attention to the leader board. The today, big and a full wrestler. You are one of our lucky winners. Congratulations. Please bring your prize at the Guest Citizen Booth. Presented by Lehigh Valley High School Park of Jefferson. Lehigh Valley Riley Children's High School, part of Jefferson presents today's Night on the Night. Riley Children's High School is the leaders leader from pediatric care. Please welcome today's Night on the Night, Gus.
Now back for the IronPigs, number 46, Brian Delacruz.
Bottom of the fourth, the Rev fourth inning drives along, brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Pigs. Still 1-0 Lehigh Valley as Brian Keller with 4 more scoreless innings, now up to 14 consecutive scoreless frames. After a 1-2-3-4, it's Delacruz, Anthony, and Kemp due up as Trenton Denholm has nearly matched him to this point. First pitch on the way to Delacruz. Brian swings, lines it down the right field side, but it's a foul ball. 0-1 on Delacruz, who flied out to center field his first time up. Denholm has sat down 8 or 7 straight. Last man to reach is the guy on deck, Keaton Anthony, who has driven in the only run of the game with a double back in the first. Game 1 of 6 this week will take us into the All-Star break. 0-1. Delacruz down the right field side again, sliced into the seats. 0-2. Pigs with 6 this week against Columbus, then off next week for the All-Star break. Hopefully have a chance to take in some of the festivities down in Philadelphia. And then after that, the Pigs will be on the road for the first 9 coming out of the All-Star break. 0-2, down and away, ball 2 strikes. 3 in Omaha and then 6 in Indianapolis. So they see the Indians for the first time since the great realignment. Not played Indianapolis since 2019. 1-2 on Delacruz, the pitch. Up and in, Benson back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the next 3 series for the Pigs, all coming against IL West opponents, and that'll actually be the last of the IL West that the Pigs will see this season. 2-2 on Brian Delacruz to begin the fourth. Denholm delivers, curveball down and away. 3-2. When the IronPigs return home after the trip in Indianapolis on July the 28th to take on the Buffalo Bisons, they will only play 4 different teams the rest of the way after that. 3-2. Delacruz, a sky-high pop-up, third base side over his own dugout, will drift into the seats. And because the Pigs have already finished their season series against the Rochester Red Wings, they're only going to play 4 other different IL East opponents the rest of the way here. It'll be Buffalo, Worcester, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, and Syracuse. Payoff pitch. Delacruz takes, the fastball's up high. It's ball 4, and Brian walks here to begin the 4th. First walk of the day issued by Denholm or by either pitcher. Leadoff man on for the Pigs for the first time since the first base runner since Keaton Anthony doubled back in the first. And hey, look, here's Keaton Anthony. Anthony stepping in. Faces Denholm back to the stretch. Middle infield at double play depth. Denholm's first pitch is a fastball up and away. Keaton with his 21st RBI his last time up. Open stance from the right side. Denholm, red glove the belt, takes a peek at first. Long set, 1-0 pitch. Fastball belt high, outside half. One ball and a strike. Anthony last week against Rochester, 7 for 22. One homer, drove in 4. Could have had a second homer, but was robbed. Leaping grab the wall by Andrew Pinckney, taking a homer away. 0-1-1 off the hands. Anthony, a weak ground ball to short. Glove by Tolentino, goes to second one. Brito over to first in time, gets Anthony. It's a 6-4-3 double play. And just like that, the Pigs, 2 outs, nobody on here in the 4th. Good pitch by Denholm, ran that sinker in on Anthony's hands. Thought maybe it was going to be hit too softly for the Clippers to turn it, but Tolentino and Brito, good quick work. 2 outs, nobody on for Otto Kemp. Denholm's first pitch. Curveball, tags the outside corner, no balls and a strike. 1-0 Iron Pigs, bottom 4. Denholm and Keller. 0-1, Kemp off the end of the bat. Scrapes into the backstop, 0-2. So far, a great pitcher's duel here. Only had 4 base runners, 3 for the Pigs, 1 for Columbus. Quickly 0-2 on Otto Kemp. Denholm winds and fires. Fastball up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield straight away, infield, couple steps to the pull side for Otto. 1-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3. Bell tie outside corner, gets Kemp looking, and the inning over. Pigs get a leadoff walk, but send the minimum to the plate here in the 4th after the double play. We go to the 5th. It's 1-0 Iron Pigs here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Here's your host, Kristen.
All right, it's time for the Stacking Talks here, right here on the Fairbanks side. That was my good friend Charlie. He's having his first ever baseball game. So no way to be able to do something here on the field with a little game of Stacking. So basically, his goal is to have baseball in his hand, and he has to try to figure out which bucket has more sunflower seeds. One bucket has 12, one bucket has 1 pack of sunflower seeds. So Charlie, it's your call. You go right ahead. Which one you would think will have more sunflower seeds? Go ahead. All right, so he's going to go for the right one. And wherever the ball lands closest to, so obviously it's that right bucket. Let's go take a look. Going for the pack of 12 sunflower seeds. There you got it. There you go. Give a round of applause for Charlie. He wins 12 packs on snatching sunflower seeds and all performance of flavor. Charlie, congratulations on that.
It's the official sunflower seed of MILB. Be sure to scan the QR code for the screen to grab your snacking offer today.
Top of the 5th, Iron Pigs with a 1-0 lead over Columbus. Sam Jelinek with you here from Cyan Sky broadcast booth. 3rd straight here that the Iron Pigs and the Clippers have met up after missing each other. 2023 season. Iron Pigs took 5 of 6 here from the Clippers last year. That was the end of April. Brian Keller back to work. First pitch on the way to Bo Naylor. Swung on and fouled off. No balls, 1 strike. Naylor flying out center field his first time up. Iron Pigs taking 5 of 6 last year, and it was a pretty crazy, hectic series that week. Otto Kemp had the franchise record for most hit by pitches in a game. 0-1, cutter up and in. Naylor swings through it. 0-2. Cade Fergus, the Fergalicious game, the walk-off homer in the extra innings. Also featured another extra inning game that the Clippers went on to win. 0-2, a little bit high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was, I believe, let's say Dom Nunez, I think, hit a 3-run homer off of Max Lazar when Lazar was a strike away from getting out of the inning. only game the Pigs lost that week. 1-2, Naylor, a hard ground ball over the first base bag and down the right field line. It'll scoot inside the sidewall and all the way into the corner. Naylor on his way to second. He'll shift it down gear and hold there. They lead off double. Second double of the game for the Clippers. One over the third base bag, this one over the first base bag. And Columbus with the tying run in scoring position to begin the fifth. Not an ideal two-strike pitch for Keller there. Just trying to backdoor a cutter, left it knee high, middle of the plate. Naylor able to rip it, sixth double of the season. Anthony just too far off the line, couldn't get back to it. Pigs took 5 of 6 last year, took 4 of 6 in Columbus in 2024. Here's C.J. Kafis, Keller's first pitch. This one lined towards second by the stab of Moore and into right field, a base hit. Naylor over to third, was trending back towards second in case that liner was caught, so we'll only advance to third base. And Kafis, the base hit. First two are aboard for the Clippers here to begin the fifth. So Columbus, who had only one base runner through the first 4 innings of the game, now has back-to-back hits here to begin the fifth. And again, a cutter that just had too much the outside edge. Seems like second time through the order now, the Clippers starting to lean out over the plate a little on Keller, anticipating that cutter on the outer half. Here's George Valera, struck out looking his first time up. Kafis dancing from first, the first pitch. Sinker is down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Pigs will play the infield back. Tyro still tight to the bag at third. Keep an eye on Naylor. Anthony holds Kafis at first. 1-0. Fastball up and away. Ball 2. Keller 4 scoreless innings here today after 4 his last time out in 6. The start before that, 14 consecutive scoreless innings, but on the ropes here in the fifth. First and third, nobody out. 2-0-2. Valera hits a ground ball towards the hole right side. Sliding stop to his left. Moore knocks it down. Recovers on the outfield grass and throws to first to get Valera. Coming home to score from third is Naylor. This game is tied at 1 in the fifth. So the scoreless inning streak over for Brian Keller. Stops at 14 innings. Kafis does advance to second base. Valera a ground out. Do credit him with the RBI though. Valera, his 28th RBI of the season. Go-ahead run in scoring position now for the Clippers. Cody Huff doubled over the third base bag. His first time up, right-handed hitter. First pitch breaking ball is up and in on him. I've not seen a whole lot of the slider today from Keller. He's basically been able to make do with just the cutter. 44% four-seam, 20% sinker, 29% cutter. 1-0 pitch. Bounced foul into the IronPigs dugout. A little ping-pong around down there. A little bit of light stretching going on out in the IronPigs bullpen right now. Keller at just 57 pitches. Probably not close to being done here. His season high 85 pitches, but he's only gone as many as 6 innings before the 1-1 steps off. Kafis dances from second. Moore pounces on him. Now Keller to the plate. And Huff pops it up. Foul ground behind the dish. Henry off with the mask to the backstop. It's going to land 4 rows deep where a fan makes a bare-handed snag. Or at least it came off his hands. He's able to protect his lady friend sitting next to him. One and 2 on Cody Huff. Milan Tolentino, the 9-hole hitter, is on deck. Tied at 1. Top of the fifth. Huff square stance. Keller's 1-2. Fastball's way high. 2-2. Two and 2 on Huff. Hands hovering around his shoulders. The 2-2. It's up and in. Keller hasn't walked anybody, didn't walk anybody his last time out, although he did walk 3 in his 6 scoreless innings against Syracuse back on June the 24th. Three and 2 on Huff. Kafis at second, the payoff, and off the hands. Huff pops it up, right side of the infield. Anthony will call off Moore. Makes the catch. First baseman halfway towards second was playing way off the line. Far easier for him to get there and make that catch. Two outs. Go-ahead run still in scoring position for Milan Tolentino. Flight out to deep center field, his first time up. Keller set on the first base side, delivers home, carves out an edge on the inside corner. 0-1 on Tolentino. Milan Tolentino, 4th round pick of the Guards in 2020 out of high school. Rests the bat on his back shoulder. Kafis leads away from second. 0-1 coming. Tolentino fouls it back. 0-2. On Milan Tolentino. Clippers have tied it at 1. 2 outs, top of the 5th. Runner at second, the pitch home is fouled straight back. Kirby Sneed starting to pace a little bit out in the bullpen. Kirby can sometimes be a bit antsy out there when he knows his number might be called. Pitched 3 innings to close out the win on Thursday, last week, game 2. Ryan Cusick as well, stretching a bit. 0-2 on Milan Tolentino. Keller rifles home. Tolentino fouls another one back. Scouting report very clearly for the Pigs on Tolentino that they can beat him with some fastballs here. He's just getting enough of it to stay alive. Still 0-2 on Tolentino. And before the next 0-2, Keller steps off. Tolentino steps out. 5th pitch of the at-bat. 3rd 0-2. Kafis at second. Kettler, 2-strike pitch. Fastball high. This time Tolentino lays off. Keller at the ready. From the chest, the 1-2, backdoor breaking ball called strike 3. Slider shaves the outside edge. Keller freezes Tolentino, his 6th punch out of the game, to strand Kafis at second to end the 5th. But Columbus does tie it on the RBI ground out from Valera. We're halfway home. It's tied at 1 here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Thank you, Jack. Like you said, halfway through this ball game, Clippers and IronPigs tied at 1. Trenton Denholm and Brian Keller both dealing here. Denholm with the early faux pas, giving up a run in the first on 2 hits, but Keller wavering in the 5th has allowed the Clippers to come back and tie the game at 1 apiece. Denholm back to work. First pitch on the way to Christian Cairo. He's in for a strike. 0-1. Cairo grounded to third base his first time up, facing off against his former team. Cairo spent all of last year with Columbus, 112 games, 33 stolen bases. 0-1, changeups down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 homers, drove in 28, scored 56 runs. He's actually on pace to absolutely blitz by most of his totals from last year. 1-1 pitch. Cairo swings, lifts it down the right field side, and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In total, Cairo played 2 seasons for Columbus, 112 games last year, and then 69 in 2024. Down the count, 1-2 here. Cairo hitting .262 this season. 2 homers, driven in 27. 1-2. Denholm's curveball is down and away. 2-2. The curveball for Denholm has been the most oft-used breaking ball to this point. 15 of them. Fastball, curve, and changeup. The 2-2. Cairo off the end of the bat, lines it off the IronPigs dugout. Count will remain at 2-2. And for one reason or another, StatCast has exactly 1 knuckleball thrown by Denholm, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It must have been his changeup, considering it had a spin rate of close to 2,000. Not exactly knuckling there. 2-2. This is inside, changeup floats off the edge. 3-2. Cairo still leading the International League in walks. Pace has slowed down a little bit, but he's got 65 now in 84 games played this year. Full count to begin the 5th. Denholm walks David Cruz to begin the 4th. 3-2. Fastball up and away. It's ball 4, and Cairo will draw the free pass here to begin the 5th. Now the Pigs can have some fun on the bases if they so desire here. They've already run on Denholm once. Dylan Morris wiping a bag in the 1st. Brings up Peyton Henry. Peyton popped out behind the mound his first time up. Broken bat flare. First pitch. Henry takes a fastball. Center cut at the knees. No balls and a strike. It's nice to have Peyton back in the fold. A little bit of continuity from last year, albeit delayed. It's one of the catchers who primarily worked with Painter last year. 0-1, Cairo's running. Henry takes inside. The throw down to second is late. Stolen base for Christian Cairo. Second of the day for the IronPigs. Cairo with his 23rd. Runner at second. Nobody out for the IronPigs with Peyton Henry now at the count 1-1 on him. Try to hit something at the right side. Move Cairo over to third base. And Denholm trying to keep an eye on Cairo. Inside move, chases him back. Pigs and Clippers wildly the only day game action in the International League today. Typically there's still a couple of camp day, ed day games left around the league. 1-1. Fastball right there. 1-2. But now everybody else going to play 6:35 or later tonight. For the 1-2, Henry uses his timeout. Tied at 1. Bottom of the 5th. Clippers just tied this game up. IronPigs trying to wrestle the lead right back. Denholm will look to second. The 1-2. Down and away with a changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cairo leads at second. Brito keeping him close. Denholm will look. 2-2 home. Henry swings, lifts a fly ball. Short center in a couple steps. Halpin will make the catch. Cairo bluffs a tag. Halpin uncorks a throw to third that's high, but it's backed up by the pitcher Denholm, and Cairo will have to stay put. Man, Halpin airmailed that throw to third, and if Denholm isn't in the right place to back that up, because he had to catch it on the fly, there's a pretty good chance that throw just goes straight out of play. I think that gives you a good idea of how hard the wind's blowing in from center field, because Halpin has a strong arm, an accurate one at that, but I think the wind coming in gave that little extra oomph on it and it sailed. So Henry flies out, Cairo still at second. Brings up Stuart Baroa, switch hitter batting left, and he's pushed off the plate with the first pitch fastball that's inside on him. Baroa, a good week in Rochester, finished 8 for 18, 2 doubles, and drove in 7. Open stance from the left side. Denholm will look to second. 1-0 pitch. Baroa late, pops it up out of play. Nobody throwing in the IronPigs bullpen, so Keller will be given the 6th. Infield to the pull side on Baroa. Shortstop Tolentino shadowing Cairo. The 1-1. Baroa whiffs on it. 1-2. One and two on Stuart Baroa. Robert Moore on deck. Denholm kicks and deals. Fastball takes off. It's up high. Two-two pitch. Baroa checks the swing, fouls it back. Denholm's done a really good job changing eye levels today. Using the fastball up, bringing the breaking ball down. Execution to all quadrants of the strike zone. That's what can make you very successful. Two and two still on Baroa. 6th pitch of the at-bat. The break even is down the dirt, smothered by Naylor. Cairo not going to go anywhere. Denholm, we talked about so far this season, home runs haven't been an issue for him, although at one point they were a very big problem for him. Middle to end of April, gave up 7 homers to 90 batters faced. It's actually 15 of the 19 earned runs he allowed in that juncture. 3-2. Baroa takes, changeup down low, he lays off. 2nd walk of the inning allowed by Denholm. 3rd walk is issued here. 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Robert Moore up next. Denholm at 75 pitches, and I wonder if we see the Clippers bullpen start to get cooking here. Robert Moore, switch hitter batting left, hitting .333 over his past 8. Couple big knocks last week in Rochester. First pitch, Moore takes, changeup is in off the plate. Robert 4 for 13 last week, homer, 6 RBIs. Got our first challenge of the game here. Naylor using it, and upon review, it's a good challenge. Changeup did just barely clip inside corner, so it goes from ball 1 on Moore instead to an 0-1 count. 3 walks today drawn by the IronPigs, just the 4th time this year Denholm has walked at least 3. 0-1 on Moore. Cairo dancing from second. Denholm looks him back. Strike 1 pitch. Moore flips the line drive the other way, slicing towards Kafis. Will come in and make the catch. Left fielder sticks with it. Cairo back to second base, beats the throw. Not a bad swing by Moore, but with the winds coming in again, the ball was knocked down. Might have made it actually a little bit tougher for Kafis to even figure out where that baseball was going to end up. He's the 2nd out of the 5th. Runners remain 1st and 2nd. Clippers getting Hunter Stanley loose out in the bullpen. Top of the order, Dylan Moore singled to left. His first time up, scored the Pigs' only run back in the 1st. Denholm's first offering. Fastball is on the outside corner. The walks today issued by Denholm are actually the first walks he's given up since May the 28th. 0-1, down in the dirt on the backhand side to Naylor, and he can't pick it. Goes to the backstop, wild pitch. Cairo will take third, Baroa into second. Suddenly a base hit gives the IronPigs a 2-run lead. Denholm didn't walk anybody for the entire month of June. "74 batters faced without a walk that month." One and one on Dylan Moore. Second and third, 2 outs. Tied at 1. Denholm rifles a fastball just down low. 5 strikeouts for Denholm, 3 walks. He's only given up 2 hits. Second and third, 2 outs. Tied game, bottom of the 5th. 2-1 on Dylan Moore. Denholm to the plate. Good pass by Moore, but he fouled it straight back. Two and two on Dylan Moore. Pigs trying to answer after the Clippers tied it on the Valera ground down in the top of the 5th. 2 in scoring position, 2 outs, the 2-2. Moore off the end of the bat, a weak roller. Gonna go foul down the third base side. Still 2-2 on Dylan Moore. About to be the 6th pitch of the at-bat, 83rd pitch of the game for Trenton Denholm. Righty set of the belt. Kicks and offers. Moore swings, pops it up over the third base dugout and into the suites. Infield straight up, outfield straight away on Dylan Moore. Hitting .278 now in the season. The 2-2. Breaking ball ripped over the third. Oh, they're going to call it a foul ball. Macon Hammond, the home plate umpire, said it cut in front of the bag, did not clip in front of the base. It's a foul ball. Looking at the replay, did he have it right? Oh, that's hard to tell. From that angle coming down the left field line, it's super hard to tell because the depth is so hard to play out. Tank has a quick conversation with Hammond. Typically, Tank won't be too demonstrative or try to make a show if he thinks a ball is fair or foul. But Tank seemed to think that one was fair. Quick conversation over with Hammond. And the count remains 2-2 here on Dylan Moore after just missing what would have been a go-ahead 2-run hit. Still 2-2. Tied at 1, bottom of the 5th. The break even, Moore swings and misses. Pitch down the dirt. He'll just head back to the dugout, not even force the Clippers to throw to first. Strikeout recorded and the inning over. Pigs threaten, but they leave 2 in scoring position. We go to the 6th, tied at 1 here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Make sure you choose your color.
Top of the 6th, IronPigs and Clippers tied at 1. Columbus with a run on the top of the 5th tied it up. IronPigs nearly took the lead, but Dylan Moore's potential two-run base hit down the left field line just cut in front of the third base bag for a foul ball. Struck out on the very next pitch. Brian Keller returns for the 6th, his 14-inning scoreless streak over. Trying to start anew here in the 6th. Third time through the order. Top of the order here, Halpin, Hino, and Brito. Halpin 0 for 2, fly out and a strikeout. Takes the first pitch, it's a sinker on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for Columbus. Keller, 6 strikeouts, no walks. Cairo in on the grass, third off the line. The 0-1, Halpin serves it down the left field side and out of play. 0-2, Keller working into the 6th for the 2nd time this season. It has been just an unbelievable year for Keller. Just how quickly things have ratcheted up for him. Consider that he hadn't appeared in an affiliated ball game since 2022. Pitch to Halpin, he scoops it in the air out to right. Coming in and towards the line, De La Cruz is there to make the catch. 1 away in the 6th. Tommy John surgery in 2023. Got released by the NPB team that he'd been with, the Hanshin Tigers over in Japan. Had to self-fund his next round of surgeries. Rehab in 24 and 2025 to begin 2026. For a bullpen, Philly's in pretty desperate need of arms at the upper levels in minors. First pitch to Hino, he swings and rips it on a line by the second baseman Moore and into right for a base hit. So on Hill, Hino with a 1-out single, support at first for Juan Brito coming up next. And initially here with the Pigs, Keller just kind of working himself back, didn't go through a rehab process that was ordained by the team. He was just put with the Pigs and ramped up. 2 innings on May 30th, then 4 in the 3rd, 4, and then 6. It's kind of when those 6 scoreless innings happened that everybody kind of looked around and was like, okay, this dude is for real. First pitch on the way to Brito, he waves and misses, no balls and a strike. And this is now turned, given that this is a 4th straight start of real quality stuff from Brian Keller from, how will he look coming off of injury, coming off of that ginormous chasm in between the last time he appeared in an affiliated game, throw over to first, and he now is back, to, okay, he's contributing at the highest level of the minors here. Will he garner any interest, maybe later this year, or at least set himself up for success next year? Brito's 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts. Infield plays the pull side, and the fastball is up and away on him. So I'm no doctor or strength and conditioning or physio or anything like that, but for a guy not to have thrown for 3 to 4 years, I don't know what that does to his biological clock as far as your athletic clock. 1-1, hard ground ball to first on the backhand. Anthony picks it, throws to second a little high. Moore grabs it, return throw to first is in time. 3-6-3 double play for the IronPigs, and Keller faces the minimum here in the 6th. Another 0 put up on the board by Brian Keller. We go to the last of the 6th, still tied at 1 here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
and you're not sure for much. This is your last opportunity to do so. Go Parker is to proceed in the People's First Lottery by the East Gate. Thank you. That's the fifth final inning.
Bottom of the sixth, Iron Pigs and Clippers tied at 1. Hunter Stanley's the new arm on the mound for Columbus on this Lehigh Valley Chimney Specialists visiting pitching change, keeping the Valley safe, one chimney at a time. Stanley replaces Denholm, who will not be a factor in today's decision. It was 5 innings, allows just 1 run, 2 hits, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. 85 pitches, 55 strikes. Stanley, 5'11", 203-pound righty out of Hammond, Louisiana. Making his 6th appearance for Columbus. He is 0-1 with a 1.17 ERA this season. 7 2/3 innings, 9 strikeouts, and no walks. So he has been sharp to begin his time with Columbus this season. Righty will work from the first base side, delivers home to Felix Reyes, and the pitch is up high. 1 ball, no strikes. Stanley last pitched on the second, so good bit of rest. He threw 3 innings that game. 1-0 to Felix. Reyes, big swing and a miss at a fastball. 3 innings, 1 run, 3 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Began the year with Double-A Akron, 1-1. Down and away, slider missed. 17 games for the Rubber Ducks, 21 in 3rd innings, 21 strikeouts, 12 walks, 29 hits. 2-1 to Felix. Reyes off the end of the bat, scrapes it to the backstop. Felix 0 for 2 today. Fly to center and struck out. Kirby Sneed is starting to throw out in the Iron Pigs bullpen. It'll be a busy week for Sneed, I imagine, with this very left-handed heavy lineup for Columbus. Only lefty in the Iron Pigs. Well, 2-2. Reyes pops it up on a play. Stop myself there. Not quite the only lefty in the bullpen now. Tucker Davidson also working in relief a little bit, but Tucker's days coming out of the bullpen will be more preordained than Kirby's. Davidson will cover multiple innings. 2-2. Reyes, big rip, fouls it back. Felix trying to untie this game here. Reyes has done a marvelous job of timing his homers pretty well here. So on the season, Felix leads the team with 9 go-ahead homers. As a 10th in the offense. 2-2. Reyes fouls another one back. Tried to beat him with a high fastball. Still 2-2 on Felix to begin the 6th. The pitch home, down and in. Slider not tempting Reyes. 3-2. Full count on Reyes to begin the 6th. The payoff, Reyes swings, bouncing ball down the third base side. It's a foul ball. Still a full count on Reyes. 10th pitch of the at-bat coming, and Reyes swings and misses. Chased the changeup down and away. Thought he might have been able to foul tip it, but Naylor a good pick on the plate. Reyes down on strikes. 1 away in the 6th for Brian De La Cruz. De La Cruz walked last time up. De La Cruz in some transaction news over the weekend added to the 40-man roster. A lot of people rightfully a little bit confused as to, the transaction process he went through. Fastball is down and away, ball 1. De La Cruz, when he signed as a minor league free agent with the Phillies this offseason, had an opt-out clause for the beginning of July. Basically what that does is he opts out of the contract, and that gives the Phillies 48 hours. 1-0, it's up and in, ball 2, are typically 48 hours, 2 to 3 day range for the team, in this case the Phillies, to decide, okay, do we want to put De La Cruz onto the 40-man roster? If we don't, he will become a free agent. 2-0 pitch. De La Cruz takes, it's down and away. Ball 3. And the Phillies elected to put him on the 40-man roster. He still had one option remaining, so De La Cruz sent back down to Lehigh Valley. There can be a couple of different types of opt-out clauses in a minor league contract. 3-0. Fastball gets the call. Outside corner at the knees. 3-1. Upward mobility clauses, straight opt-outs. Opt-outs where a guy can elect to stay even after opting out. There's language can be manipulated in a lot of ways. 3-1, it's down low, it's ball 4. De La Cruz walks here with 1 out in the 6th. Tied at 1, and De La Cruz at first now for Keaton Anthony. There'll be clauses in a guy's contract where if another team comes calling and says, hey, we'd like to add him to our major league roster, the team that has the contract has to let him go or put him on their own major league roster if they don't want to lose him. First pitch on the way to Keaton Anthony, breaking ball in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Anthony, an RBI double in the first, has provided the only run of the game for the Pigs. Hit into a double play his last time up. It's also the last hit for the IronPigs. Denholm going his final 4 innings without allowing a hit. 1-0 coming. Anthony late, fouls it off. Infield back at double play depth, outfield deep for the Clippers. Swung around the other way here. 1-1 pitch. Anthony reaching for it, lines it over the Clippers dugout. 1-2. Over the Clippers dugout that houses their manager, Andy Tracy, the once upon a time IronPigs legend. Tracy top 10 in basically every single IronPigs franchise record offensively. The original home run king of Allentown. Face of this franchise for the first 3 years of its existence. Always great to have him come back here. 1-2. Anthony grounds it foul right by his own dugout this time. One-two, runner goes Anthony, a hard ground ball to short, glove by Tolentino, looks to second, but De La Cruz will beat the play there as he throws to first. Anthony retired. Brian running on the pitch, able to keep the Pigs out of the double play. Good timing. Puts the go-ahead run into scoring position now for Otto Kemp. 2 away in the 6th, though. Kemp happy to see Denholm out of this game. He struck out twice against him. Stanley a look to second. The righty delivers home. Kemp swings through a fastball off the outside corner. No balls and a strike. Otto, a good series in Rochester. 7 for 21, a pair of homers, 3 RBIs. Has the go-ahead run in scoring position here in the 6th. Tied at 1. 0-1. Fastball is down and away. One pitch. Fastball down below the kneecaps. Ball 2. Two one. Otto out in front of a changeup. Swings and misses. 2-2. Daly Cruz at second. Kemp at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch home. It's up and in. Did it clip Otto? It did not. Otto hit by a 38th pitch in his Iron Pigs career last week. Rochester, the new Iron Pigs all-time hit by pitch king. King of ouch. Full counts. Cairo on deck. Tied at 1 in the 6th. The 3-2. It's off the outside corner. Ball 4. Kemp walks. Second walk of the inning. 2 on, 2 outs. Brings up Christian Cairo as the Clippers get a lefty loose out of the bullpen. Pitching coach for Columbus, that's Nick Whitgren. Mount here have a visit. They give some time for the southpaw to get loose. Steven Perez, the one warming. Kind of surprised they're getting a lefty up. Obviously, given the fact that the Iron Pigs do not have a left-handed hitter in the lineup. I guess for Baroa and Moore at the bottom of the order, turning them around to the right side would be preferable. Cairo 0 for 1 today with the ball. First pitch, big breaking ball from Stanley at the top of the zone. No balls and a strike. Cairo against this old team, old organization, trying to be a pain in their side in the very first game against them. Tied at 1 in the 6th. Daly Cruz at second, Kemp at first. 0-1, Cairo lifts a fly ball, shallow center field. Halpin coming in, center fielder lines it up, makes the catch with one hand, and the inning is over. Pigs threaten again, but they leave 2 more on base, and we go to the 7th. Tied at 1 here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
In honor of your request for 6 and 26, historic hotel breakfast, finding in the Lucky Bed, in section 117, row J, seat number 6, a free brunch. As you can use, please go to our guest services booth to pay your price. Everyone can visit hotelb.com/historic hotel B. Get for 6 and 26. Voting ends August 3rd. Please don't guys leave seats close to the park. No juice parking for players. Coming down the luxury track are your section numbers. Ease of the moment. The deposit for a lease track. Take it from the unique Coca-Cola Park unit. Ride from your group in the rest of the IronPigs track, Brewery Park. We're reminding you that all alcohol sales will cease at the conclusion of the 7th inning. And ask that you always drink responsibly.
Top of the 7th, Iron Pigs and Clippers still tied at 1 apiece. Kirby Sneed takes over for Brian Keller, who, well, he will not leave in line for the win, sadly, but man, he pitched his rear end off again today. 6 innings of 1-run ball for Brian, 14 consecutive scoreless innings. The streak runs out as he gives up a run in the 5th. 1 run, 4 hits, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. Kirby Sneed on to replace him. His first pitch to Ralphie Velasquez is ripped on a line right center field. That's down for a base hit. Baroa into the alley will cut it off. Velasquez around first, but he'll hold up there. The leadoff single. So the Pigs go for the left-on-left matchup, and Velasquez not phased at all there. Sinker was right down the middle to him. Leadoff man aboard for Columbus. Just the 2nd time today they've done that. And And they did back in the 5th. That's when they scored their only run of the game. First pitch to Bo Naylor is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Naylor doubled over the first base bag his last time up and then came in to score on George Valera's ground out. Tied at 1 in the 7th. 1-0 pitch. Naylor takes fastball at the knees. Kirby Snead making his 15th appearance for the Pigs. 5 wins, actually tied for the team lead. 5 wins, 1 loss, 3.38 ERA. 18 2/3 innings, 21 strikeouts, 14 walks. 1-1, slider is down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Snead nearly set a career high his last time out as he covered the final 3 innings of Game 2 of last Thursday's doubleheader. Surprise, surprise, he picked up the victory in doing so. 2-1, Naylor lays off, it's downstairs. Snead 3 innings, 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. First time that he had covered 3 innings since 3 seasons ago with the Seattle Mariners. 3 scoreless against the Houston Astros that day. 3-1 pitch. Naylor swings and rips it down the right field side towards the corner. It's a fair ball. It'll rattle around up against the wall. Over to third, Velasquez. An early stop sign shown there. He'll hold on to the bag as Naylor into second. The throw to the plate. And it's another double for Bo Naylor, and Columbus cooking with gas here to begin the 7th. Second and third, and nobody out. So less than ideal for Snead here, coming on to face the left-handed hitters. So far, 2 lefties, 2 hits. It held lefties to a 182 batting average this season. That was 4 for 22. Now the infield will come in. CJ Kafis coming up. It's the fastball both times that's been hit. Kafis a base hit his last time up. Snead did center on the rubber, the infield in. Second and third, nobody out, tied at 1. First pitch sinker is at the bottom of the zone. Snead originally a 10th round pick of the Blue Jays out of the University of Florida. Oh, 1 pitch. Hit hard on 1 hop to second, picked by more runners coming to the plate, and the throw will have him by a mile. Velasquez into a rundown, they run him back to third, where Cairo tags him out on the feed from Henry. Great job all around by the IronPigs defensively with the infield in, and staying at second was Naylor. Oh man, that is brutal base running on so many different accounts for the Clippers. 1, Naylor from second, didn't see that Velasquez was going home, so he doesn't even get to third, and then Velasquez at third, doesn't even get run in a rundown long enough to allow Naylor to advance to third base, or to allow Kafis to take second. So it'll be a fielder's choice, allowing Kafis to reach 4 to 2 to 5. First pitch to George Valera, he swings and chops it foul on the plate. 0-1, so he stayed tied at 1 for the moment. Nice play by Moore on the backhand. I was a little surprised, honestly, that Velasquez was running on contact. It was a weak 2 hopper to second base that Moore did have to pick going down to a knee. But I thought, no, with nobody out in the inning, why would Velasquez be running on contact? First and second, 1 out, 0-1. Valera takes the slider off the plate. And really for me, it comes down to once Velasquez breaks for the plate and Moore throws home, Naylor has to be taking off for third base. You basically concede that, yeah, Velasquez is caught, he's going to be out. You still have to end up with somebody at third base. 1-1, Valera, a bouncing ball, first base side, it's foul. Snead ahead in the count, 1-2. Moore at second, even upon gloving it, was able to take a double pump and gather himself before throwing to the plate, and still had Velasquez by like 5 steps. Infield to the pull side for Valera. RBI ground out his last time up. 1-2, swing and a miss. Out in front, chase the slider. He's down on strikes. That's the second out here in the 7th. Brings up Cody Huff, the only right-handed hitter in the lineup for Columbus. Doubled in the 3rd, popped out to 1st in the 5th. The lefty on deck. Snead does have third base open if he wants to pitch around Huff. 275 hitter on the season with an 877 OPS. First pitch, this is inside. Still trying to square the circle on the base running there for Columbus. Goes the Pigs' way, though. Still tied at 1. Top of the 7th. 2 on, 2 out. The 1-0 is up high. Down 2-0 in the count. This is about when if I'm Snead, I'm starting to think about, okay, maybe Tolentino on deck's the better matchup. Snead set of the belt. Brown glove kicks the knee high. The 2-0 Hoffa. Nice pass, but he fouls it back. Challenged him with the fastball. Got his arms extended on it. And can't say that that's the pitch choice I would have gone with, but for the moment, Snead able to tell the tale. First and second, 2 outs. Tied at 1 in the 7th. Snead delivers home. Backdoor slider, misses off the plate. Henry's going to challenge this. Thinks it maybe clipped the edge, and looking at StatCast, ooh, this is a bad miss. It's way outside, so call on the field is confirmed. Pigs' first challenge of the game goes unanswered, and still 3-1 on Huff. Keller didn't walk anybody in his 6 innings of work. 3-1 on Huff, 2 on, 2 out, tied at 1 in the 7th. The 3-1, it's outside. Ball 4, Huff does indeed draw the free pass. Loads the bases for Milan Tolentino. Tolentino with pretty wild reverse splits this season. He is hitting .340 this year against left-handed pitching. 244 against righties. Infield plays the lefty to the pull side. Snead at the ready. First pitch home. Sinker does not get the call. Little inside. All of his power does come against right-handed pitching. All 10 of his homers. That is a 120-point batting average swing. 1-0 pitch. Tolentino swings a bouncing ball just foul. Outside the bag at first. So looking at those numbers from Tolentino, at least on paper, it would tell you against lefties, he does, give away a little bit of pop, shorten the swing to make higher quality contact, find the barrel a bit more, but doesn't drive it as much. Which, if you're Columbus for the moment, that's what they need right here. They just need a base hit. Base is loaded, tied at 1 here in the 7th. 2 outs, Snead. The 1-1. Check swing, slider outside. Couldn't get him to chase. Snead kicks and deals the 2-1. Tolentino takes. Sinker carves the outside corner. 2-2. Columbus 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. Pigs 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Clippers just 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position tonight. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The 2-2. Tolentino rips it on a line, but right at Anthony at first. Makes the chest high catch and the inning is over. Snead navigates through troubled waters in the 7th. Leaves them loaded. We go bottom 7. Time to stretch. Tied at 1 here on the Pigs Radio Network. Presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Hope you got a good stretch in. We go to the bottom of the 7th. IronPigs and Clippers tied at 1. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. Steven Perez takes over the mound. For Columbus, replaces Hunter Stanley. Issued 2 walks in the 6th, but otherwise a scoreless inning for him. He is out. Perez, the southpaw, comes on here. Tough assignment, given that the IronPigs lineup is either switch hitters or right-handed. Perez, 28th appearance, 2-4, 6.49 ERA. Works in the stretch, first base side. His first pitch to Peyton Henry is grounded to the backstop. Perez, 5'11", 206 pounds, out of Venezuela. 26 and a third innings, 28 strikeouts, 25 walks, 26 hits. 0-1, Henry swings and misses, 0-2. Peyton back home here at Coca-Cola Park. Place that he had a lot of good memories at last year. 3 walk-offs, including 1 walk-off bunt. 0-2 on Peyton. Perez delivers. Henry fouls it back. (0-2). This is up high. 1-2 on Henry. 7, 8, and 9 for the IronPigs against Steven Perez. While Nolan Hoffman gets loose out of the IronPigs bullpen. 1-2. Henry, a line drive up the middle, but that's right at Juan Brito. And the Adam ball taketh and giveth away. Henry lines out here to begin the 7th after Milan Tolentino lined out to end the top of the 7th. I think Tolentino's a bit more impactful with the bases loaded in 2 outs, but 1 out, nobody on for Stuart Baroa. Strikeout and a walk. Switch hitter will bat right. This is the first pitch. It's outside. Baroa, a big part of the rally on Sunday in the 9th to take the lead. 1-0. Fastball at 94, outer half. Ball and strike. Laid down what was supposed to be a sacrifice bunt that he simply beat out. Gus Varland's throw was way too slow to first. Baroa liked it out for a bunt base hit. 1-1 pitch. Baroa takes. Fastball is at the knees. 1-2. One and two on Stuart Baroa. Perez delivers home. Curveball in the dirt. One away, 1 out, bottom 7, tied at 1 apiece. 2-2, swing and a miss. Fastball up out of the zone. Baroa chases. He's down on strikes. It's the 2nd out here at the 7th. So the Pigs offense still without a hit since the 1st. Pete and Anthony doubled. Pigs have drawn a couple of walks since then, 4 walks in total. Only 2 hits. Came within the first 4 batters of the game here. First pitch to Robert Moore. Fastball bell tie down the middle. Moore, another switch hitter, flips around to the right side. Open stance, 0-1. Caught on and missed. Just a breaking ball down below the zone. 0-2. Moore, a line drive just wide of the bag at 3rd. Foul ball. Down the dirt. Overcast skies here on Tuesday. Just about as sunny as you would like it, though. Mid-70s temperature. Don't want to be baking out there like we have been the past couple of weeks. 1-2 on Robert Moore. The pitch home. Swings and off the end of the battle line drive into center for a base hit. So the Pigs snap the hitless Schneid with a 2-out looping liner single for Robert Moore to extend the 7th. Not a great swing by any stretch of the imagination. That was a slider down and away. A couple inches off the plate. Moore gets it off the end of the bat, just able to float it into center field. Brings up Dylan Moore. Singles to open the bottom of the first. Came home to score the Pigs' only run. First pitch coming home. It's up high. Perez, who comes in averaging 1 walk per inning here, hasn't even had a 3-ball count now. He's been dominating the strike zone. 1-0, Moore swings, lifts a fly ball the other way, pretty deep. Valera going back to the track, looks up, it's off the base of the wall, and it caroms right by him. Robert Moore's on his way around third. Halpin chucks it all the way to the plate, it's up the line. Moore scores standing, and it's 2-1 IronPigs in the 7th. Out of nowhere, the Pigs, held without a hit for 6 odd innings, get back-to-back hits here in the 7th to take the lead with 2 outs. Dylan Moore, an RBI double off the base of the wall. Some shoddy defense in right for the Clippers allows Robert Moore to score all the way from first. And Valera played that terribly off the fence. Didn't line up the angle at all. Then Halpin picked it up, saw Moore sprinting around third, and just heaved it home. His credit, was kind of close. First pitch to Reyes is down the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Luckily for the Clippers, Moore didn't take an extra base. Could have ended up at third. The throw didn't get by Naylor. Pitch home to Felix. He swings and drives it deep down the left field side, but that's going to hook into the picnic patio. So another 2-hit game for Dylan Moore. Another extra base hit as well. 7th double, 16th RBI of the season. 1-1 on Felix Reyes, 0 for 3 today. The pitch home, Felix swings, clubs it high in the air, deep left center. Halpin on the run, to the track in front of the wall. He has just enough room to make the catch and end the inning. Reyes gives it a ride, but Halpin tracks it down in the inning over. Pigs, though, do take the lead. 2-out RBI double from Dylan Moore. So we go to the 8th. It's now 2-1 IronPigs here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Thank you, Jack. Top of the 8th, IronPigs leading the Clippers 2-1 here. Kirby Snead is going to stay in this game for the moment, although Nolan Hoffman's been throwing for a good while, so I wonder if Snead is only going to face Halpin, the left-handed hitter, and then they'll leave Hino and Brito as lefties to face Hoffman, the righty, out of the bullpen. Otherwise, I would have expected Hoffman to come into a clean inning here. But in any case, Snead back out. Worked out of a bases loaded jam in the 7th thanks to some bad base running. by Columbus. They had second and third, nobody out. End up leaving them loaded. First pitch on the way to Halpin. He swings and lines it foul down the right field side. Halpin 0 for 3 out of the leadoff spot. Fly to center, struck out, and flied out to right. Clippers getting their next guy loose out of the bullpen. For the 8th, it'll be Cody Hoyer. Oh, 1 pitch. This is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Infield to the pull side. Cairo in on the grass at third. Halpin waves away. Slider down out of the zone. 1-2. One and two on P.D. Halpin. Top of the order for the Clippers. Snead kicks and fires. Cut on and missed. Halpin swings through the slider. Down on strike. Second strikeout for Snead out of the bullpen. And it's not going to be it for Kirby. It is not. Stay in the game here. So I am curious what game Tank Adamson is playing here. Hoffman will obviously be closing this out, but at what juncture becomes the question now. Angel Hina up next, 1 for 3. Flips around to the right side for this plate appearance. First pitch from Snead. Fastball is up high. Hino hitting as a righty. Weaker side of the plate, hitting 240. 1-0. Snead with the slider, outside corner, ball to strike. Kirby's been asked to do a lot for the IronPigs this season. He's been thrown up the trust tree pretty quickly. 1-1. He now fouls it back. Good pass. Fastball. Been giving multiple inning assignments. Been working in extra inning games. In his second appearance with the IronPigs was an extra innings to close out game against Scranton Wilkes-Barre in the 10th. Got the win that day. 1-2. Down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So it was almost out of necessity. The Pigs had to put Snead in some high leverage situations, and he's just responded by pitching well in them. Didn't allow a run from June the 7th through June the 23rd. 2-2 pitch. He now fouls it back. Bit of a hanging slider that time. And before the next 2-2, he now is going to call time and step out. 2-1 IronPigs, top of the 8th, trying to win this series opener. Won the first 3 against Rochester last week. Always nice to get the week off on the right foot. 2-2. This is inside, 3-2. Three-two pitch, up and away. It's ball 4. He now walks, and now I wonder if we do see Hoffman come on here. They were going to allow Snead to work for as long as he would remain perfect, and yeah, that is going to be all for Snead here. Tank out of the Pigs dugout will go and take the baseball from him, and Nolan Hoffman will come on, trying to get a 5-out save here. The tying run at first, and the Pigs up 2-1 in the top of the 8th. Got a pitching change. Go ahead, take a break. Be back in 60 seconds. Here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Saturday, Visit savewithppl.com. Learn how.
Still in the top of the 8th, IronPigs leading the Columbus Clippers 2-1. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. Hoffman takes over for Kirby Sneed. Sneed done after the inning in the 3rd. Right now, scoreless, 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, although he is responsible for the tying run over at first. He is in line for the victory. Nolan Hoffman comes into this save situation, trying to get the final 5 outs of this ball game. Hoffman, his 24th appearance, that ties him most on the team with Seth Johnson. Hoffman 1-4, 4.33 ERA, 27 innings, 35 strikeouts, 13 walks. Faces Juan Brito. This is going to be probably the toughest test of the season for Hoffman. Brito, switch hitter batting left. He now at first. The first pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Hoffman has struggled mightily against left-handed hitting. Lefty is hitting .326 against him, while righty is hitting just .242 off of it. Infield to the pull side, IronPigs up 2-1, top of the 8th. He now leads at first, 1-0. Brito swings and launches a moon ball over his own dugout, down the first base side and out of play. Hoffman did pick up a save last week in Rochester, last Tuesday. 4th save of the year for him. Long hold, now the 1-1. Fouled back, ball 2 strikes. Hoffman threw twice in Rochester, once a 1-2-3 inning for that save last Tuesday. Then threw again on the 3rd, Friday night. 1 inning, 1 run, 3 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. One, 2, up and away, 2-2. Hoffman, the side-winding righty, 6'4", 190 pounds. Has a runner at first, 1 out, deep breath, set, delivers home, and Brito a line drive by first and into right. That's a base hit towards the line. Around second, going to third, he now. Daly Cruz's throw will come into the cutoff man, and he now motors to third without a play, and Clippers with the tying run now at third. Go ahead, run at first with 1 away in the 8th. Left that cutter up, outside corner. Brito able to yank it into right. Brings up Ralphie Velasquez. Velasquez base hit his last time up, extending his on-base streak. Velasquez now to 27 straight games on base. Middle infield back, a double play depth. Cairo in on the grass at third. First pitch is a sweeper right down the middle for a strike. Velasquez 3 homers, 12 RBIs in this time with Columbus. 37th game here today. 0-1. Sinker rushes in just off the plate. Henry's going to challenge us. He's 0 for 1 challenging today. And love to get this one. Jump ahead 0-2. And upon review, the call in the field is overturned. Great challenge by Peyton Henry. Turns a 1-1 count to an 0-2 hole for Ralphie Velasquez. Tying run at third. Go ahead run at first. 2-1 IronPigs in the 8th. They had their troubles last week in Rochester and against Syracuse. Past couple of weeks back into the bullpen. Late in games has been faltering. The 0-2. Velasquez flips it in the air the other way, shallow down the left field line. Reyes on the run, not going to get there as it lands in fair territory and bungles on by him to the corner. Over to third goes Brito, coming in to score he now, and in at second, Ralphie Velasquez. An RBI double ties this game at 2 apiece.
Number 22, Bo.
Hoffman left that fastball middle of the plate, and Velasquez laid on it, just able to punch it down the left field line. Reyes not the best route over to it, is actually kicked off the sidewall. He's out to the mound, goes Peyton Henry, go have a chat with him. Becomes a very tough play to make. Once that ball kicks off the sidewall, it's so much side spin, you don't know where it's going to go. If Reyes could have kept that in front, maybe keep the double play in order. I think the true issue lies in that Reyes took an angle to get that baseball that he might make that catch. Off the bat, I think that's what we were hoping for, but got knocked down so much by the wind. So Velasquez, an RBI double, ties this game at 2. First pitch home to Bo Naylor is in for strike. Second and third, nobody out, or one out. Here in the 8th, second straight inning, the Clippers have a second and third situation. Chance to take the lead. Infield in for the IronPigs. 0-1, swing and a miss. Fastball up, Naylor chases it, 0-2. Naylor a pair of doubles. Doubled and scored in the 5th, doubled again in the 7th. Tied at 2, top of the 8th. 0-2, swing and a miss. Huge punch out from Hoffman. Strikes out Naylor. Second out of the 8th. Book is closed now, by the way, on Kirby Sneed. He will not get the win here today. He left in line for it. One inherited runner comes in to score. So he's charged 1 run and an inning and a third of work. Hoffman second and third, 2 outs. Infield now back. CJ Kathis hits. 1 for 3, left-handed hitter. Swings the first one and fouls it away. To all the score, top of the 8th. 2 in scoring position for Columbus. The 0-1, Hoffman misses outside. Trying for the cutter again. Deep breath, Hoffman set at the shoulders, the 1-1. Good sweeper, but can't get the call. Couldn't get Kathis to chase either.
Everybody clap your hands.
Two and 1 on CJ Kathis. 2 all the score in the 8th. Pitch home, Hoffman misses up and away. Been a lot of that cutter trying to go outside and backdoor it to left-handed hitters here in the inning, and execution so far to this point for Hoffman has not been ideal. He gave the single to Brito up on. George Valera on deck. 3-1 pitch. Kathis swings, pops it up. Foul ground third base side. It's going to drift out of play. Three and 2 on CJ Kathis. Infield to the pull side, outfield just a step the other way in center. The 3-2. Breaking ball called, strike 3. Sweeper throws him, and Kathis is going to challenge. Let's see if Kathis gets this one or not. Right around the bottom of the zone, and upon review, call in the field is overturned. Oh, great challenge by CJ Kathis. Turns a strikeout into a walk and keeps the 8th inning going here. Missed by barely a 1/10 of an inch. So 3 out of the 4 to face Hoffman have reached now. And Phil Kandari is going to go out to the mound and chat with Hoffman. So while they meet on the mound, good time to remind you, Jandal Farms, the proud sponsor of IronPigs Baseball. Spanning 5 decades, the Jandal Turkey has remained the gold standard for dependable quality, flavor, and value. Find Jandal Turkey products at your local grocer today. Tied at 2, top of the 8th. Pigs took the lead, bottom 7. Clippers back to all even here in the 8th. Bases loaded, 2 outs for a second straight inning. George Valera's the hitter, 0 for 3 with an RBI ground out. Open stance from the left side, the first one home. Sinker misses just off the plate. Columbus now today, 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Pigs not much better at 1 for 8. Brito at third, Velasquez at second, Kafis at first. Hoffman set the letters, slings it home. Valera takes its cutter down and in. Ball 2. Hoffman has a wide array of pitches to use. 4-seam, sinker, cutter, changeup, curve, sweeper. Right now, not landing many of them. 20th pitch of the inning upcoming for him. Here it is. Valera takes a fastball right there. Valera, who has got tremendous pop from the right side. I am shocked he didn't take a pass at that. That was right down the middle, knee high. Press the bat on the back shoulder. Valera now flicks it up as Hoffman is ready. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Cutter up and away. Tried to wait it out. He's late on it. 2-2. Hoffman with that cutter to the outside corner. I think trying to make it seem like it's same sweeper. Hope that hitters see it the same way and are late on it. 2-2 on George Valera. Hoffman deals, and Valera a tapper right back to the mound. On the bounce, Hoffman has it. Underhand flip to first will retire Valera, and the inning over. So the Clippers leave them loaded, but they do come back to tie the game on the RBI double by Ralphie Velasquez. We go bottom 8, tied at 2 here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Wednesday forecast is confirmed over the last couple of days. Obviously today we continue with a good amount of cloud cover. Shower into around obviously from time to time. Tomorrow in the morning, I think we'll start off generally mostly cloudy but dry in the low 60s. We get into the afternoon, partly freezing, mostly sunny, and a warmer day back to 83. Not terribly humid. Overnight lows will drop back into the middle 60s. So not too bad overall. I think tomorrow is the pick of the world. Enjoy the game. As always, go out and
Download the 69 News Storm Center app and read weather radar.
69 News, the 69 News Web channel for today. Tuesday Talk. Get loud and want to bring 69 News Tuesday.
Bottom of the 8th, Iron Pigs and Clippers tied up again, 2 apiece, as Cody Hoyer will take over for Steven Perez in the 8th. Trying to keep this tied at 2. Iron Pigs will try to jump back ahead here. Seesaw battle here past a couple half innings. Pigs taking the lead in the 7th. 2-out RBI double by Dylan Moore. Clippers tying it on the Ralphie Velasquez RBI double in the top of the 8th. It'll be De La Cruz, Anthony, and Kemp due up against Hoyer. Places Steven Perez, who gave up that run in the 7th. Hoyer, his 23rd appearance of the season, 1-1, 3.68 ERA. Works in the stretch, first base side, and his first pitch sinker is down and in on De La Cruz. Hoyer, 22 innings, 18 strikeouts, 7 walks, giving up 20 hits. 6'5", 200-pound righty. 1-0, slider right down the middle, ball to strike. De La Cruz 0 for 1 today, pair of walks. 1-1, down and away. breaking ball off the plate. Hoyer, basically just a two-pitch guy, fastball and slider. Also does use a changeup sparingly. 2-1. De La Cruz takes, slider, belt high for a strike. 2-2. Pigs, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Clippers, 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. On the 8th here on camp day at Coca-Cola Park. Hoyer set of the belt, slide step home to 2-2. De La Cruz off the hands, fouls it off. It's a very simple delivery for Hoyer. Just comes set, barely a leg kick, and comes to play. Outfield shades De La Cruz the other way. 2-2 again. Just able to bend over and scrape it foul. Had him flat-footed. De La Cruz a little bit at the plate. Another 2-2 to Brian De La Cruz. Brian swings, line drive the other way. That's going to drop in front of Valera for a base hit. Nice at bat by Brian De La Cruz. Goes down and gets that slider outside corner and lines it the other way. He's on base for a 3rd time today. Certainly seems like being added to the 40-man roster, kind of stoking something in De La Cruz now. So he's at first, go ahead run. Brings up Keaton Anthony. Keaton, RBI double in the first. He's grounded out to short twice since then, including a double play. First pitch fastball at 95 is at the knees. Michael Mercado is up in the IronPigs bullpen. Took the loss last Saturday night. Hoyer, first base side, 0-1. Sinker is upstairs. Do wonder if later in this at-bat, the Pigs might put De La Cruz in motion. They did that when Anthony grounded out to short in the 6th, and that kept them out of the double play then. Naylor sets up down and in. Hoyer from the belt, 1-1. Anthony off the hand, shoots it the other way into right, a base hit. De La Cruz around second, stutter steps and will stay put. Valera got to it quickly. Back-to-back singles for the Pigs to begin the 8th. First and second, nobody out for Otto Kemp. And we will see if the Pigs will ask Kemp to bunt. Feels like a year ago asking him to do that would have been absolute crazy. But in this situation, just if Kemp goes back up in the big leagues, it feels like, Phils might ask him to bunt. It's got a legitimate chance or reason to bunt here. Why not do it? First pitch, no sign of a bunt. Instead, takes a slider outside. 1 ball and no strikes. The Clippers were not playing bunt defense for what it was worth. He now is just a step behind the bag at third, and Velasquez is playing right behind the runner at first. 1-0, inside, and it drills Kemp. Fastball right at the shoulder, and Otto hit for a 38th time as an IronPig, or 39th time as an IronPig. He extends the record. Thankfully, he wasn't squaring a bunt. Otherwise, that would have drilled him right between the eyes. Bases loaded, nobody out, and Nick Whitgren is going to go out to the mound here and chat with Cody Hoyer. Going to get a pinch runner. Surprisingly, it's not for De La Cruz at third, but it's going to be for Keaton Anthony. Dylan Carlson's going to pinch run. Plays Anthony out at second base. So the mound visit with Christian Cairo coming up. So after the mound visit, the Clippers will bring the infield in here. Tied at 2, bottom the 8th. Bases juice for Christian Cairo to provide the game-winning RBI for the Pigs against his old team. 0 for 2 today with a walk. First pitch from Hoyer. Cairo swings a soft liner up the middle, but the second baseman Brito is right there. Gloves it. That's the first out here in the 8th. Not a bad thought by Cairo, just trying to punch that back through the box, but jammed enough by that slider that couldn't get enough on it. Peak line out. Be up to Peyton Henry with 1 out. Infield corners are in. Middle infield's about halfway here. First pitch. Henry swings and he pops it up. Right side of the infield, in between first and second. First baseman Velasquez under it. Infield fly rule is called. And on 2 pitches, there's 2 outs in the 8th. Bases are still loaded, and we're still tied at 2. And it'll be up to Stuart Baroa. Oh man, that is painful. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Baroa trying to pick up Henry and Cairo. First pitch. Baroa shows bunt, tries to drag it up the first base side, but sends it right back to the pitcher. Hoyer has it, flips to first, and on 3 pitches, the Iron Pigs waste a bases loaded, nobody out opportunity. We go to the 9th, still tied at 2. Unbelievable. Tied at 2 here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Top of the 9. Somehow, some way, in unbelievable fashion, we are still tied at 2 apiece. Pigs had bases loaded, nobody out. It's one thing to get turned away in that kind of opportunity. It is another to have that chance and record the next 3 outs on 3 pitches. Unreal sequence. As Cody Hoyer gets out of the jam just about as quick as you possibly can. Michael Mercado's into the game for the Iron Pigs. We'll have 8, 9, and 1 due up. Cody Huff leads it off in big wave and a miss. First pitch, 0-1. Columbus has had their chances. Left quite a few runners on base, but not quite like that. 0-1, this is down and away, a ball and strike. Columbus ran themselves out of an inning in the 7th. Left the bases loaded there, and left the bases loaded again in the 8th. They've left on 8, the Pigs have left on 9 while going 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. 1-1, Huff takes, that miss, just a little low I guess. Ball 2. Defensive changes for the Pigs after Dylan Carlson pinch ran for Keaton Anthony. Carlson stays in the game, he will play left while Felix Reyes moves over to first base. 2-1, fastball is in for strike. 2-2. Mercado took the loss for the Pigs on Friday night. Gave up the walk-off single to Andrew Pinckney, a walk and a base hit, 2/3 of an inning. Third loss for Michael. 3-3, 4.82 ERA, making his 20th appearance of the season. Already delivers home, and Huff swings and misses. Cutter up and in. Got him a little late. 1 away to begin the 9th. Nolan Hoffman done after the 8th. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Brings up Milan Tolentino, 0 for 3. First pitch, Tolentino waves and misses, late on 95 that time. Mercado really heating up as the summer gets going here. Just prior to giving up the run last Friday night, had a pretty good run, pretty good string of scoreless appearances. 0-1, fastball yanked down and in. One pitch, cut on and missed. 1-2. Phillies just announced a transaction. This gives you a good reason why Max Lazar wasn't available for this game. Kyle Backus has been optioned and Max Lazar was recalled. 1-2. Tolentino, a bouncing ball right side, scampering to his left. Robert Moore tracks it down in shallow right. Throws to first in time to get Tolentino 2 away here in the ninth. Still tied at 2 apiece. So Lazar up, Backus down. It sounds like Brad Keller might be activated today by the Phillies, meaning his rehab here with the IronPigs is over. When he goes or gets activated, that means somebody else for the Phillies will have to be sent back, either DFA'd or options. 2 outs, nobody on for Petey Halpin. 0 for 4, swings the first pitch and scoops it in the air. How to play. Third base side, 0-1. Phillies, of course, had to use the bullpen a good bit yesterday, losing 15-1. Very un-Christopher Sanchez-like start, although some shoddy defense did not help him. 0-1. Halpin pop up in nearly the same spot. How to play again, 0-2. So Lazar, who got the save for the Pigs back on Sunday, back up to the big leagues again. I'm sure it will not be the last time this year that the IronPigs relief shuttle goes back and forth. 0-2, check swing, pitch down the dirt, Halpin lays off. Trevor Stephan warming up out in the Clippers bullpen. They'll have the bottom of the ninth as the Pigs will look to walk this one off. 1-2 on Petey Halpin. Mercado the wide, his pitch. Halpin fouls another one off.
Foul ball. Running case that one, you can change your future with the best at Peter College. Trained for in-demand jobs.
Infield just a step to the pull side, outfield straight away. The 1-2 again, down and in, across the shoot tops of Halpin, jumps out of the way. And Halpin swings and drives in the air to left, couple steps back. Carlson freshly into the game is under it, makes the catch, and the inning over. 1-2-3 frame for Michael Mercado. We go bottom 9. Pigs try to walk it off. Tied at 2 here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Bottom of the ninth, IronPigs and Clippers tied it 2 apiece. Trevor Steffen into the game, trying to force this one into extras for Columbus, while the Pigs will try to walk this off here on a Tuesday afternoon, starting in the morning. Last year, the day game that we played in the summer was actually a walk-off for Rodolfo Castro. That was on the very first pitch of the bottom of the ninth. There's no way Robert Moore can do that, right? Let's find out. Moore will lead it off. 9-1-2 for the Pigs. Singleton scored the last run for the IronPigs back in the 7th. He's got 7 homers this year. 6 of them from the left side of the plate where he bats now. It's the righty Steffen. 6th appearance for Columbus. Stretches and deals the first pitch. And Moore trying to end it, pops it up behind the plate. Catcher Naylor off with the mask, but he's going to run out of room as that lands in the seats. Steffen, 6'5", 225-pound righty, 30 years old. Like Moore, played a little bit of ball at the University of Arkansas. First base side. Righty stretches and deals. The 0-1 is ripped to first, and leaping Velasquez robs Moore of extra bases. Down the first baseline, Velasquez jumps up and snares the liner for the first out of the 9th. Don't know if it would have stayed fair, but man, if it would have been extra bases. Hit right on the nose for the first out of the 9th. Brings up Dylan Moore. First pitch is down and away to him. One ball, no strikes. Steffen the set, the pitch. Off the hands, fouled back. Moore gave the Pigs a very short-lived 2-1 lead in the 7th. RBI double off the right center field fence. 2 hits today for him. Steffen is allowed a run in 3 consecutive outings. 1-1. Moore a check swing number by the mound towards second. Charging in Brito. Glove flip in time. Had to go with the glove flip for Brito, and he got it there just to beat Moore. 2 away in the 9th. Last chance before extras is Felix Reyes. And now if you go back to last inning, the last 3 outs the Pigs made, the past 5 hitters have been retired on a combined total of 8 pitches. 2 outs, nobody on for Felix Reyes. He's 0 for 4, and Steffen's first pitch splitter is at the knees. Steffen, fastball, slider, and split. Righty kicks and deals. Reyes swings and hits a flare shallow left center, coming in helping a good jump. He's going to get there, makes the catch, and the Pigs down in order quickly here in the 9th. Going to play free baseball. On to the 10th we go. Tied at 2 here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
A headline regarding national awareness of a certain Indian parade. What are you talking about? Oh, have you not heard? It was my understanding that everyone had heard. But what? 10, Angel Hinao.
Top of the 10th, IronPigs and Clippers playing extra innings here on Tuesday afternoon to begin the series. Michael Mercado will stay out there for the IronPigs after a scoreless ninth. 1-2-3. We'll begin the 10th with Petey Halpin, great speed at second base to begin, and Angel Hinao at the plate. 2, 3, and 4 due up, and the first pitch sends him flying out of the box. Jackknife out of the way of it. 1-0 on Hinao, switch hitter batting left, and inside move to second, chases Halpin back to the bag. Hinao singled in the 6th, walked and scored the last run of the game for Columbus in the 8th. That tied the game. 1-0 pitch, no sign of a bunt. Fastball at 96 on the outside corner. Ball and a strike on Angel Hinao. Mercado is going to have to go through the teeth of the order here. 2, 3, and 4 in the 10th. Tied at 2. 1-1 pitch. Hinao swings. It's a hard ground ball to the right side. To his right, Moore gobbles it up. Throws to first. In time to get Hinao over to third, though. Halpin. Productive out for Columbus. Go ahead run moves to third, and that brings up Juan Prida. Clippers this year are 5-3 in extra innings ball games. Well, the IronPigs come into today's game 4-6 in extra inning games. First pitch cutter sails up and away to Prito. 1 ball and no strikes. Infield is going to play in for the IronPigs. Cairo at third, Moore at short, Robert Moore at second, and Felix Reyes now at first. Prito 1 for 4 with a base hit. 1-0 pitch. This is up high, ball 2. Short lead for Halpin at third base. Imagine he's running on contact here. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball up. Couldn't catch up to 96. Mercado black glove set just below the letters. Kicks the knee high. The 2-1. Swing and a miss again. Very simple fastball from Mercado. Threw it right by him. 2-2. High pop-up, right side of the infield. Reyes calling for it, Moore coming in. Reyes will make the call and the catch just to the right of the mound. Brito retired, 2 away in the 10th. Halpin has to stay anchored at third base. Will be up to Ralphie Velasquez. Swinging very hot bat. 2 hits here today. Month plus long on base streak. RBI double tied this game in the 8th. Left-handed hitter, first pitch is outside. He's trying to give Columbus the lead here in the 10th. Clippers have not led for a single pitch here in this one. Pigs led 1-0 through 4. Clippers tied it at 1 after 5. Pigs up 2-1 after 7. The pitch to Velasquez, he swings off the end of the bat, a pop-up, shallow left center. Moore is out, shortstop under it. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. Great job by Michael Mercado. Strands the placed runner at third base and gives the Pigs the chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 10th with just 1 run. We go bottom 10, tied at 2 here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Yo. Say again. Oh, yeah, I can do it. Okie dokie. Home half the 10th. IronPigs need just one run to win it. We're tied at 2. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. It's Trevor Steffen, who threw a 1-2-3-9, sticks around here for the 10th, just like Michael Mercado did in the top half for the Pigs. So he was able to strand the placed runner aboard. See if the Pigs have any better luck here. Brian Daly Cruz will start, so I can't imagine a bunt is coming. Felix Reyes is the place runner at second base. Pigs with 3 walk-off wins this season. First pitch from Steffen, Daly Cruz takes down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. It's been a while since the Pigs' last walk-off win. It was May the 22nd against Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Daly Cruz 1 for 2 with a couple of walks. The pitch home, he lines it deep down the right field side, but that is way out of play. One and one on Daly Cruz. Remember, it's Dylan Carlson on deck because he pinch ran for Keaton Anthony back in the 8th. Reyes the winning run at second, the 1-1. Daly Cruz swings and drives it high in the air, deep to right. Valera back to the track. It's off the top of the wall. Reyes got a terrible jump. He's only going to make it to third, and Daly Cruz in at second. It's a double for Daly Cruz, but Reyes misread it at second. He went back to tag. Valera played it way off the top of the wall, and this game should be over, but we play on. Reyes was frozen, unsure if Valera would catch it, and then Reyes went back to the bag and slipped. I'm not sure at what juncture he thought that Valera might even catch that. That was 3/4 off the top of the wall. About 15 feet up. Dylan Carlson's going to be intentionally walked here to load the bases, give a force out at every base. And Otto Kemp will have the chance to win it. Otto with 1 walk-off last year for the Pigs, came in September against Toledo. Bases loaded, nobody out. Infield in for the Clippers, tied at 2, bottom of the 10th. The pitch home. Otto swings, ground ball inside the bag at third, down the left field line. That's the ball game. Reyes comes in to score, and Otto Kemp wins it. RBI walk-off single in the 10th. 3-2, IronPigs take the series opener. Leave no doubt. IronPigs finally score the game winner. A 3-2 walk-off to begin this series with the Columbus Clippers. Nice at-bat by Otto. First pitch hacking, wastes no time. Just inside the bag at third. The infield drawn in, that'll do it. Reyes scores. And the IronPigs a 3-2 winner here in the series opener in 10 innings. We'll go ahead and take a break. When we come back, get your totals and a recap next. On the Staybridge Suites, Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show. Your final, it's the IronPigs 3, Clippers 2 in 10 innings. Otto Kemp, the walk-off hero, here on Tuesday. This has been IronPigs Baseball here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
For full information, visit our website,
Welcome into the Staybridge Suites, Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth as the IronPigs walk-off winners over the Columbus Clippers here on Tuesday afternoon to open this series. 3-2 win for the Pigs. Let's get your totals and a recap real quick before we hand things off to Jack Heim for the rest of your post-game show. It was a great pitcher's duel early on between Brian Keller and Trenton Denholm. Pigs with the first run of the game in the first. Clippers would even things up in the fifth, and after the Pigs got that early run, it was very quiet basically the rest of the way after that. IronPigs didn't get another hit until the bottom of the seventh. So that was when Robert Moore singled with 2 outs, and then Dylan Moore with an RBI double gave the Pigs a 2-1 lead. That was short-lived as Columbus got a run in the top of the 8th to tie the game, but they were unable to take the lead. They left the bases loaded in the 7th, running into a base-running blunder by Ralphie Velasquez, second and third, nobody out. Ended up leaving them loaded. In the 8th, they left them loaded again. IronPigs had their own chance in the bottom of the 8th to take the lead as they loaded them up with nobody out, and then made outs on 3 consecutive pitches for the first and then 3 outs of the inning. In the 9th, both teams went down in order, sending us to the 10th. Michael Mercado able to sit down the 3 hitters he faced without allowing the placed runner to score. And then the bottom half, the Pigs almost saw, well, I can't say the chance went by them, but it got hairy there for a moment as Brian De La Cruz doubled off the wall and right. Felix Reyes at second kind of misjudged it, thinking Valera might catch it, went back to the bag, could only make it over to third. They then walked Dylan Carlson, and Otto Kemp wasted no time. First pitch, base hit inside the bag at third, wins it for the IronPigs. 3-2 the final, the 4th walk-off winner this year for the IronPigs. Final line score here in this one for the Pigs, it's 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They leave 9 on base. For the Clippers, 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and they leave 9 on base as well here. Michael Mercado is your winning pitcher. He goes 2 perfect out of the bullpen, ends up picking up 1 strikeout. He gets his 4th win. He is now 4-3. Trevor Steffen takes a loss for Columbus. Steffen now 0-1. He allows the placed runner to score in the bottom of the 10th. Gives up 2 hits or 1 hit. 2 hits or 1 hit? No, 2 hits. 2 hits and 1 walk as he takes his first loss of the season. He is now 0-1. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention both starting pitchers here. Brian Keller for the Pigs extended his scoreless inning streak to 14 before it was snapped. He went 6 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts. His ERA now down to 2.37. He was fantastic again. Trenton Denholm for Columbus, 5 innings, 1 run, 2 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. He was nearly every bit as good as Keller as well here. No save required in this ball game. We started at 11:37. Time of game 2 hours and 52 minutes, meaning that we wrapped up at 2:29 p.m. today here in front of 8,121 here on Tuesday morning into the afternoon at Coca-Cola Park. With the win, the Pigs above 500 here in the second half at 7-6, 42-46 overall, while the Clippers fall to 7-6 in the second half, 48-39 overall. Their back-to-back winning streak, back-to-back wins, unable to get to 3, while the Pigs have now won back-to-back ball games. The Pigs will go for a 3rd straight win tomorrow. Be back to evening time baseball. It'll be a 6:45 first pitch as Alan Ronhell back down with the Pigs will take on Yorman Gomez for Columbus. First pitch 6:45. Pre-game show hits the airwaves at 6:15. That'll be the next time that I talk to you, as I'll about do it for my portion of the broadcast here on Tuesday. As always, big thanks from me to you for making us a part of your Tuesday morning and afternoon festivities. Big thanks to Jack Heim back in the studio, keeping me company here for this one. Big thanks as always to our partners who make IronPigs Baseball possible. Our naming rights partner, Coca-Cola, presenting partner, Capital Blue Cross, and founding partners, Air Products, Service Electric, Lehigh Valley Health Network, a part of Jefferson Health, B. Braun, The Morning Call, and WFMZ Channel 69 News. I'll talk to you tomorrow for Game 2 of the series, where the Pigs will look for a 3rd straight victory after they win the series opener in walk-off fashion, 3-2 on an Otto Kemp RBI single in the 10th. Until tomorrow, I've been Sam Jelinek. As always, thanks so much for listening. Jack Heim, I see you the rest of the way here in the Staybridge Suites, Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Well, they did it. It's good that they did.